I just got a call about 10 minutes ago. A gentleman said he was at Leadbetter Point out in the Sandbar. Can't get off the Sandbar. He's surrounded by water. I've called the State Patrol. I've called the Sheriff's Department. I'm hoping they're going to get surf rescue going. I have a Fish and Wildlife gentleman is in front of me. He just called me up, said he's almost stuck at Leadbetter. I'm hoping they got surf and rescue coming. I've got my 4-wheel drive truck backing me up, and I've got a couple flotation devices on me. Where this gentleman's at, if he's where I think he is, when the tide comes in, he's going to be under 8 to 10 feet of water. We do have the tide coming in. I am flat flying up there. This is no laughing matter here. This is, you can die up here. Where he's out in that spit, if he's where I think he is, he's completely surrounded by water, and the tide comes in with a vengeance up there. I'm hoping they're going to get the Coast Guard launched, because without that's worst case scenario. I mean, the Coast Guard can do almost anything. They can get a swimmer to him and get him to the beach. There is Fish and Wildlife right there. There's Fish and Game right there. I don't know if you can see the guy. We're trying to save this guy. It's a bad one here, but I'll have one of my dispatchers call you back, okay? I'm working. I just hope we get him off there and doesn't drown. It's that spooky. Okay, bye-bye. We are at Leadbetter Point. This is the spit. The gentleman drove. Looks to me like he drove at low water around the end of Leadbetter Point. When he came around the end of Leadbetter Point, he found a little finger of sand that took him out onto this sandbar. Now, this sandbar has been building up. At high tide, there's about probably 150, 200 foot strip that'll stay above an 8-foot tide. I had him park his vehicle on top of that high strip. We had the U.S. Thought is he probably was at low water, and there's just a little finger of land. You see right out there to the north of his Jeep is a little finger of land dropping down, and that, I think, is the spit that comes across. Makes for an exciting Memorial weekend. I was just concerned when the guy called me. I was concerned that we'd end up having somebody drowned up here. This is no place to fool around. We've had people drowned here before. We lost 2 people here about 8 years ago. Got out in the spit and couldn't find their way off at night. You see right where that little eddy of water is, that's probably the Sandbar. But this tide's coming in fast. We've lost probably 4 or 5 feet of beach since we got here. You can see he drove all around out there trying to find his way off, and the tide came in and totally messed him up. This right here, looking down that's about 6 feet of water. So I don't know where that spit is at that he drove out on. I'm pretty sure where he drove out there is underwater now. So everything he drove on to get out there is completely underwater, and that's why he kind of panicked, couldn't find his way off, because his tracks disappeared into the water. This right here, looking down to the water, it's about 6 feet deep right there. And the little finger of land that we're looking at there, it's all gone. There's no sandbar, there's nothing to drive on. Surprisingly enough, this sand is a lot more solid than I would have thought. I just don't know where he went in at. It looks like he had to have been right in this general area. It looks like there's a shallow spot right out there. But a shallow spot is the first spot that's going to get covered with water too. And that's what happened to him. He probably had just a little area about 50 or 75 feet wide that was sand. He drove out on it, drove out in the spit. Tide came in, covered up the sand, and that was the end of it. Fish and Wildlife guy turned around. If he'd gone 50 more feet, he would have hit hard beach. That crazy? He missed it by 50 feet. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna hang tough here until the heel's gone, and then we'll get out of here. Okay. Fish and Wildlife. What's that? He didn't go. They canceled it. So anyway, yeah. Fish and Wildlife gentleman's with me. Got clear up to here. And he said he was sinking so bad, he decided to get the heck out of here. He met with me and jumped in with me. If he'd gone another 50 feet, he would have hit rock hard sand. He just missed it by 50 feet. But getting back out of here when the tide comes in will be a whole different story. Do you know if they launch them in the bay or the ocean? The ocean. We were just told that Surf Rescue has launched the jet skis on the ocean side of the peninsula, and they're going to come around. So they might beat the Coast Guard here. Okay, bye. There's Pacific County Surf and Rescue, and they're going to go over there and pick this gentleman up. Hey! Have him bring him up here, we'll put him in the truck. If they bring him over here, we'll put him in the truck. Are you in communications with Surf Rescue? Would you advise them? I'm here on the beach. He's picking the gentleman up right now and putting him on the jet ski. Would you advise Surf Rescue, if they come straight across to the west from where he's at right now, there's a deep hole that he can come right up to the beach. If he goes south of my location, he's going to be in sand for about it's like 2 or 3 inches of water. It's very, very shallow, but just to the north of my position, there's deep water. He can come right up to the beach. Yeah, I have no communications, and the guys are way down south here, and I don't think they realize how shallow it is down there. Let them know if you would, okay? Bye. Hey, can you tell those guys that's all? Yeah, I told him go back and take it out on the off chance that the tide's going to get him.
You got an 8-footer.
Huh? Yeah, but I think that stays above it.
Does it?
Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't have all that grass on it. You got grass growing on it. See how dry it is out in the middle? I told him he was on this side. I told him run it right up to the beach as high as he could. He was just getting air out there. Tomorrow at noon, we have a minus tide, a good one.
Okay.
Almost 3 feet less water than was today.
Yeah.
I told him to leave the keys in if it doesn't go underwater. I can come up here tomorrow about probably 10 through 11. I should be able to drive it off. Yeah, see right up here, it's just a drop off. Guy called me back. He goes, "I've got a FEMA computer." I said, "I'd grab it." I don't know. We got a 5-foot drop off right here. This is deep. If you want to grab this guy's computer when he gets there, I'll hold on to the jet ski, okay? You're 5 foot of water right here, Doug. We're gonna help him get off.
Let off first. You got
Okay,
a prosthetic leg.
Yep.
Prosthetic leg. Okay, don't get off. Don't get off. Holy shit, dog. Yeah, holy shit. You left the keys in it, right? Keys are, I think I left the accessory on, so the battery might be dead. I think it's up off. I think I can drive it off there tomorrow. Yeah, I think, we got to load this tide at 11 o'clock. That's what I said. We got a 3-foot hole or 4-foot hole up tomorrow, it's 2 foot. So you're gonna have more. Were you on beach all the way out? I maybe went through 2 inches of water. That'll do it. Doug?
But how many signs did you go through to get up?
That was exciting. I didn't see a single sign. That's what I was going to say. I didn't see a sign that said stop. I work for FEMA, and I'm up here working for FEMA, and I've never driven on a beach before with a.
You guys get built in.
So I just kept going. I did every sign, and
I'll meet you guys over there.
Around, I came back.
I'll probably give everybody a ride back. I think they just realized they had a truck. See you later, Doug. Always a happy ending.
They're going to run the jet ski back around to the beach. We should meet them there, I'm thinking. The Surf Rescue and Fire District 1 and the Park Ranger. So we got a little bit of everybody up here. We're going to watch them load that up. End of an interesting weekend, huh?
Well, this is going to be something.
I was freaking out. I missed them turn this off. How come the old men are doing all the work? Doug's one of the old men. Yeah, Doug's one of the old men. I tell you what, though.
Dynamite the brake, they make it bury it.